Welcome to Reread. We are on the comic book series Legacy by John Ostrander, and boy, is it some good stuff. I'm going to review issues 8 through 14 here. In issue 8, basically, it's the backstory of the Empire's relationship with the Sith, how they got in league with one another to take over. At first, the Empire thought they were using the Sith, of course, and of course, the Sith were using them just for an army. Number 9 is Admiral Stasi. He gets introduced. And there's also you see it also introduces Cade's mom, Morgan Corday. One of the issues I always had with his mom was that she looks as old as Cade does in the comic book. Later on, they kind of make her look a little bit more aged, but oh my goodness, very early before she's Cade's mom, she looks like she could be Cade's sister, maybe younger sister. I know it's a comic book, but still, And Stasi as a character is really good too. You feel for him. He is the last. He's the admiral of the Galactic Alliance. There is no home base. There is no people. There's just an army left, and he is the last one left. Basically, the last hero, the last fledgling remnants of the Galactic Alliance. And of course, John Ostrander did a great job tying things to, of course, the books, the novels and stuff. They mention a lot of novels, stuff that happened in the Bantam era and the Del Rey era. They're going to mention Darth Caedus. Of course, the Vong are a big impactful here. So just as the books gave due diligence and, try to connect Darth Krayt and the One Sith and their later novels, John Ostrander also honors the novels. And I think this was one of the reasons why I loved it so much, because it paid respect. Because a lot of times comic books stay in their own realm and the book stayed in theirs. Very rarely did they mention each other. And this was a high selling series by Dark Horse. So mentioning the books actually probably led to that. People are like, okay, yeah, so what I read does matter and this does connect. I think that made a big difference. Anyway, in issue 10, I'm sorry, Morgan Corday is, I say Corday. I think I'm adding that A in there, but anyway, it says she's revealed as Cade's mother. I remember the first time reading this, I was like, wait, what? Because I thought she was younger. And then in 11, Cade, who is high on death sticks, he has a dream about Mara Jade, Darth Vader, and then he decides that he's going to become a Jedi again, or take some responsibility. Cade is someone who's constantly walking away from the destiny of being a Skywalker. And so that he's on death sticks. I mean, he's just so lost. He's so gone. He is not a good person, right? We've seen this before, and they wanted to give you a different look at what the Skywalkers could be. And I remember again reading Zero and whatnot, and looking at it or hearing about it online that Cade is just the bad boy. I was thinking, oh my gosh, this is so terrible. But no, John Ostrander wrote a really good character and a really interesting character. And that he interacts, he'll interact with a few, obviously Luke Skywalker as well again, but, again, the callback of Mara Jade, kind of says, yeah, it's part of that lineage, and of course, connecting to the book. So really good stuff. On issue 12, they encounter the Vong, and the Vong give Cade his father's lightsaber, I believe, that he had on Ossus when he died. And there's the Jedi give him R2D2. R2D2's back. Of course, the droid has to be in it. Now, remember, George Lucas always said that it's the story from the droid's eyes, C-3PO and R2D2. C-3PO never came around. Now, obviously not, because he could be able to tell the whole story, but maybe he's gotten a memory wipe since then. A lot of things could have happened, but R2 is there. R2 is not that big of a deal. It's just something that connects the comic book series to the regular movies. This also shows the flashback where he is found by the pirates, Rav and his crew, and how he first meets Sin, and Sin begs Rav to kind of spare him, and he and Sin decide to become friends. It's really good. The way that John Ostrander told this story, you can tell he had it written out from the very beginning. He knew from start to finish what story he wanted to tell, and he's slowly building it, like peeling back and giving you bits of everyone's past. Really good. And then we have issue 13, the Sith attempt an assassination on the Emperor, and it fails. The Imperial Knights are, of course, under Rowan Fail, and we don't know how that started, but they've been around since Jagged Fail. We're told later on in the series, which I thought was really cool too. And I like the Imperial Knights, though they seem to be the weakest of all the Jedi. I say all the Jedi, I mean the Sith and the regular Jedi. It looks like the Imperial Knights are always losing to one or the other. I mean, they can defeat some Sith too, but they're just not as powerful, in my opinion. I think they're awesome, though. I like the red. They're combining them with the Red Royal Guard, but making them knights. They all have like white blades. You know, no one has a distinct color. They're all standard issue, like the Empire would be. Uh, like I said, a lot of the ideas in the world of Legacy. That's the thing. He built the world of Legacy really well. Number 14, Cade saves the Jedi, but he gets captured by the Sith. There's a Jedi that he turned in at the very beginning. He feels bad. He decides he has to, rescue him. But in rescuing him, Cade is now captured by the Sith. What will happen next? Oh, I don't know. But it's good stuff, and we're going to find out next time.